And we are back, and we're going to be getting into a PvP this time around with the man himself, Bonyth, going up against Qiao. Qiao, he's 1-3 now, man. He desperately needs victories, not just today, but also tomorrow, because he is really on the chopping block. I think he's the lone man out with a 1-3 record. So he's got to win, but what an opponent that he has to win against. It's Bonyth.
Oh, it's just Bonyth, no big deal.
Yeah.
Might know a thing or two about PvP. Just a small thing or two.
Yeah, and does he have good results in BSL? I can't remember. So maybe when we get the profile stats, we'll be able to see, if he's any good.
Just 85%. Just 85. No big deal, Nyoken. No big deal.
Yeah, 85% versus Protoss, and I see at the top he's the winner of BSL, but maybe that's just for that's 1-2 seasons. Oh wait, that top thing that says seasons 8 through 11. So he won 4 in a row.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So Qiao, he's gonna have to go more than Super Saiyan here. He's gonna have to go into Ultra Super Saiyan to take down Bonyth, who has an 85% win rate versus Protoss. And the majority of those games are versus the players of Dewalt's caliber, QiaoGege's caliber. That is just so hard to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, Bonyth, Reaver control, incredible. Zealot control, incredible. He can either go into the 10-12 and just play it out, he is just the master of that build, or he can just play into the mid game and harass and fight you with a Reaver and make these small micro battles. It's just where he shines. His strength is just so good when it comes to that stuff. So it seems like we are ready. Let's get into this PvP here.
And in the top left, our Chinese Protoss, it is BSL Joe 1.
And in the bottom left, he needs no introduction. It's Bonyth. Now, Nyoken, I will say, PvP is a matchup where you can lose to someone who is not as skilled as you because of some crazy build order thing. That is a possibility. The problem when it's Bonyth is he always plays so safe, right? Like, he always is going to have that observer. He's always going to say, okay, you know what, I'll give you an edge on build order because I'm going to fight you later and I'm going to beat you. So, definitely an uphill battle here.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. And actually this season of BSL has been the season of DT play. I think Bonyth really needs to consider that, and I think Qiao needs to try and take advantage of that as much as possible. It's one of those I know that poker leveling wars where I know that you expect DT potentially, so I know you're going to go Observer. So if he's going to go Observer, I want to see Joe do whatever hard counter to the Observer is, whether it's faster Nexus or whether it's I'm going to try and just pray to God you didn't go DT and go blind straight Reaver and then push. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, probably the best counter would be 1 gate Nexus into 3 gate, right? Like, you take a really early Nexus and then you get into 3 gateways so they can't out macro you even on 2 gate Observer, and you just hold. So and then that way your eco explodes and you have units to defend. I thought this was going to be the 10-12 here, and it could be because of that pylon placement. And yeah, Joe's going to have to be careful. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't skimp on that Zealot. Some players like to skip the Zealot and go directly into their core, or go core and then into the Zealot there, but he cannot skip it. He's going to need that Zealot, or else Bonyth is going to do significant damage.
Yeah, and I like this scout pattern from Bonyth, even though he knows, or he doesn't know exactly where Joe is. Look at this. He intercepts the probe. He knows it's not a cross spawn. So now he knows it is close spawn, and he'll just be able to rally those gateways. And also because Joe intercepted, or Qiao, I guess, intercepted the probe, he's going to be thinking, okay, this guy's bottom right. Not the case. So he may end up skipping a Zealot. Okay, he actually didn't. So that is smart from Qiao to not skip a Zealot, because if he does, there's going to be 3 Zealots versus just 1 Goon, and that would be basically impossible to hold.
Yeah, I mean, Bonyth is going to see this, and he's going to be extremely happy. Same side of the map, he'll be able to get. The question is he going to go 3 Zealots or 5, and how quickly is it going to transition to that core? If he goes for 5, he could end the game. Not that Bonyth would ever do this. We were just taking his gas, but this is one of those scenarios where you see the Protoss is going one gate, so you can throw down a pylon and trap those goons with a shield battery. But
Yeah.
we're not going to see that from Bonyth right now. He already put his gas down.
Well, he also, since he plays Protoss, obviously he knows the timing of the goon. I would love if he just somehow gets the probe over there. Like, let's say it pops out at 315. Oh, it pops out at 310. But imagine if he started putting down pylons at 305. I don't think Qiao could have reacted to try and get a probe there in time to push out the goon. So the goon actually gets out. He does intercept the zealot, so he knows it's coming, and he does get a few pot shots. So this is not as bad of a scenario as I thought it was going to be for Qiao.
Oh my goodness, that probe blocking the goon is... Oh my god, what?
What was that? I've never seen that before. Now the goon's on the outskirts, and the zealots can literally, he can just leave one on hold position and fight that goon. That's what he's doing.
Goodness, and now the zealot is already damaged. This goon, it takes them forever to kill zealots. We see one probe fall, two probes. Oh my goodness, disaster already.
Okay, so as a Protoss, you 2-gate or you 1-gate or whatever it is, I know losing one probe is, not the biggest deal, but what's the number you're looking for? Is it 3 probe kills, 4, 5?
Yeah, if you get 3 probe kills, you've already done significant damage. That / the big part of it as well is the not mining the gas. Like, it is going to delay all of Joe's tech so much. Like, Bonyth knows now, he's not been mining gas for a while. He won't be able to get a Robo or a DT. He's kind of stuck on this 1 or 2 gates. So this is big damage already.
Yeah, also pulling those probes from the mineral line. I saw he literally pulled every single one, so those weren't mining, even if it's not for very long. All those ones that were in process of almost completing a pull of minerals, well, they got interrupted, so that's a lost econ there. We've got 2 gates for Qiao. He's going to try and transition into the Nexus. Think that's his only option, because like you said, he doesn't have the gas, but Bonyth, he's going to be aware of that, obviously, and he's already up goons right now. He's probably going to be also up tech, so this is a really, really bad situation for Qiao.
Yeah, Qiao definitely going to struggle here in the early part of the game. If he can stay on that high ground and fight there, he'll be in better shape. What I like is that he can go into that 3-gate no robo and kind of roll the dice a little bit. Like you said, he already knows that Bonyth doesn't like to skip those observers, right? So if he can get to 3 gates, even with that hurt eco, and stay on the high ground, he'll be able to fight Bonyth out here. So I do like this decision from him.
Yeah, and there is the robo. So Bonyth is going to be playing defensively, like you said, and this could be one way that Qiao can get back into the game. Yes, Bonyth is up 10 supply, but he's also probably up about 6 of it in units.
Oh, no.
And that's a big engagement, but a zealot does pop a goon. However, it's still 5 versus 3, and that means that Qiao's going to be on the back foot here.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. I was worried about this early part because the 2-gate is strong here. Until your 3 gateways are up, you're at a little bit of a risk. But, good engage there. Oh, my God, Bonyth, just the master. You notice how he pulled back there just so that the goons weren't in range in the back line because Joe was not in a straight line. Unbelievable, man.
I just don't get it. Like, it was 5 versus 5. He took an engagement where Qiao had the high ground. I did notice some of Bonyth's goons had already taken, not a lot of damage, but they took some damage, yet still somehow he wins the 5v5 fight. And he does spot the Nexus, so he knows that, okay, the follow-up's going to be, 3-gate goon, probably. If I just go straight Reaver, well, Goon Reaver beats pure goon. Generally, we've got another 5, actually 6v5. He may just win here. That Nexus is burning, dude.
Yeah,
That's
if he
dead.
gets the Nexus, it's GG. I think it might be GG just with the goon count itself. Because even though Joe took this Nexus, he's not able to use it. So it's pretty much useless, right? Like, he's not mining. There's nothing he can do. So he's not gaining that eco advantage to pump out of those 3 gateways. 4 gateways. We decided to just drop down 4. Oh, my goodness.
Well, this is crisis mode. He's got a hold, so I don't blame him for going for 4-gate. We've got another micro battle at the entrance. Bonyth is not willing to let Joe get this base. Finally, Joe gets an actual advantage there, winning 4-2, the fadeaway from that goon, knocking one of them down. Now, Joe does secure his natural, and because he has 4 gates, his goon count is going to be unreasonably high, and losing those goons is not necessarily a huge deal for Bonyth because he still has the Reaver, but if he does try and make another or try to engage with Goon Reaver, it may just barely be too few critical mass of goons for him to actually push through. So I think actually he needs to be defensive here, and that is what he's doing.
Yeah, he'll wait for the second Reaper. Once he gets the second Reaper, he'll feel comfortable engaging again into Joe's army, even if he's down. Well, I guess what do I know? He said, you know what? One Reaper's enough for me. I'm Bonyth, man. I'm going to absolutely out-micro this guy, even from high ground to low ground.
Well, this could be dangerous because this is like 8 goons versus 6, but the Reaver unloads, and Joe's like, yep, I don't want none of that. I'm out of here, man. And he does retreat to that high ground. But Bonyth recognizing that, hey, this guy's got a lot of goons. I should be careful. Just back off for now. The real issue for Joe is he has no vision on the map. So if this shuttle ever moves to go to harass the natural, the natural is completely open. Like, we're just rallying goons to this high ground, praying for an engagement there. But Bonyth, he doesn't have to engage there.
No, you're right. He can fly right up that left side. He's in a good spot. Actually, like when you talk about positions on a map, do they matter? I like being the person bottom left here where my flight goes right into their natural, right? So you can just go there and then retreat back into your main. So I think advantage Bonyth that way. So if he stays out there and Bonyth can just fly around, he'll be able to get some nice hits off on those probes.
Well, I think Joe has done a good job to recover. He's almost even in supply, 67 to 75. But he has so many goons that the difference may be, a huge probe advantage for Bonyth. Not sure exactly because this is not a replay. But we do have still, what is it? Is there still no robo for... Oh, there it is. Just now starting, so it's way behind. I like the Forge, but he's got to get +1. +1 is a big break point in PvP if you can get that slight advantage, but not spinning yet.
Yeah, he throws on that robo now because he saw that Joe got the Bonyth got the observer in. Once they know there's no robo, you do exactly what Bonyth did, right? You drop that archive so that you can kill him. So he's like, okay, the observer's in, I have to drop the robo. So he delayed it as long as he could to get that extra gateway count and units. So high level PvP happening here.
Yep, and robo's about to finish, and we've got more gateways coming in for Qiao. We've got the shuttle man moving across the map. It could be dangerous because if Qiao had moved goons to the left side, this would have gotten intercepted, but Bonyth is going to make it safely to that natural, and this is completely open. At minimum, all these probes are going to have to be evacuated. And here we go. Reaver unloads. Instant probe pull. That was really fantastic.
I'm worried about this Nexus. Oh my goodness.
That might die, man. It's 2 more shots. 1 more. The micro. Oh, 1 more. He knows that he can get it, so he's going to sack for it. And he gets it. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. With no sacrifice, he's out. Oh my goodness, Nyoken. Exactly what you said, right? Like, his units are on the map. There's nothing back there. I wasn't considering the Nexus myself either about hitting it down, but just hitting probes. But, oh my goodness, Bonyth finds some fantastic value right there.
Well, I can tell you, once that Nexus went down, one word came to mind, and that word is playable. This is a playable situation. I think Qiao... He has got to go for it, man, because this is something you cannot recover from. So he needs to bust, but he's not busting. I think this is a big, big mistake. He's going to actually try and transition out of this, but Bonyth's not going to let him. He's going to go for a DT drop into the main. I don't think there's any detection there, and there isn't.
We were supply block now, so I don't think we made an observer, and we're about to lose a lot of probes.
Oh, he knows. Oh, it's a Reaver also. Oh my god.
Reaver DT. Oh my goodness.
Reaver DT. He could knock down the Nexus probably. That's so much DPS. Look at that. That's what he does.
It is.
He's like, you know what? I'm not content with just having one Nexus. I want both.
Oh my goodness. DT here. Just trying to get on those goons. The problem is, Nyoken, he evacuated all the probes, but they're got the long range mine.
Yeah, and what's funny is that the probes on the ramp are going to block all these goons getting in. Look at them just get jumbled up on the ramp. So the DT and Reaver didn't do the most damage, but it was quite annoying, and it just buys Bonyth even more time to compound his lead. He's still got a shuttle alive. He's still got 2 Reavers. He's got 130 supply now. He's got 7 gates. He's got critical mass, and he's decided that he's had enough of this game. He's moving out.
Yeah, he said, you know what? Enough of this nonsense. It's time to move on to the next game. We're going to go for the push right here.
There's no way you can stop it. Maybe if if Chao had Storm, there could be some type of hope, but he's down gateway units. He's down econ. He doesn't have a Reaver. He doesn't have speed. He doesn't have +1 weapon. He has nothing in his favor except for the flank right here. Maybe this could be the winning move, but he's got to knock down that shuttle. Those Reavers going to deal so much damage.
Yeah, I mean, Bonyth here has the Zealots to tank damage. Zealots are just so tanky when fighting Dragoons, and GG from Joe. Joe said, forget it. It's over. On to the next game.
Yeah, clinical play from Bonyth right from the get-go. I loved it. You know, the second gate, I was watching it. I was like, dude, you don't know where he is. But the cross scout, he eliminates that. You know, actually in my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, what if he is cross scout? Would you still 2-gate? But the gateway was kind of just started. I imagine he could even cancel it and go into gas. There's all types of moves Bonyth was making that game. The 3 Zealots. Also, how did he push that goon through on the ramp? That was also insane.
I do not know. That probe went through. I don't know if he clicked stop and just spazzed it out because goons are dumb as it is. So having an opponent's probe go through you probably made it even harder for them to not bug out, but it's just incredible, man. Snipes like 3 probes, almost takes down the true Dragoons. They do so much damage so they can't go across the map. I mean, Bonyth's just showing us why he is a multi-champion here at BSL.
Yeah,
incredible.
He speed ran through Chao in the first game. I think we're most likely going to have Chao's pick now. I can't remember who picked Vermeer last. And we do. It is Chao's pick. Now this is Sylphid. And we have seen Dewalt versus Bonyth on this map a lot. And as I pointed out several times, a lot of times when I see somebody 3 or 4 gate, like 1 base, and get the contain, a lot of times on this map in particular, they've won. And if Bonyth is going to be the one going Reavers, and Chao going 3-gate, 4-gate like we just saw, I think this is a little bit better of a map for him compared to Vermeer.
Yeah, so Sylphid's one of those odd maps where it's actually attacker's advantage with the Reavers. Normally it's defenders because you sit back, they got to come into the choke. But the Reavers can reach the mineral lines of the naturals from behind the cliff. So you have an advantage actually being the aggressor on this map when you are fighting with Reavers in a shuttle.
All right, well, we'll see who wants to be the aggressor. Our players are ready. It's time for game 2. And we do have Chao tilted out of his mind in the top middle. He's had enough. He's going for the center gates.
Oh, man. Bonyth is mid-left here. Getting ready. He's going to have to hold. All right, so he's going to go for the 50-50 split here, Nyoken. He's not going to go to the center. He's probably going to put it somewhere by that little island, not island, semi-island, I guess, base right there in the bottom, and he's going to just build 2 gateways there and split it in the middle. He'll go 9-9 from there, and it'll be a closer rush distance no matter what from where his main would be.
Yeah, I like that. I like this. He's going to not get scouted at all. If I see Bonyth scout bottom middle, I don't even know. But this should never get scouted. I love it from Chao. He's had enough of Bonyth. I guess he's decided that maybe mid-late game, I'm going to struggle in that state of the game, so need to just end it quickly and just pray here that Bonyth already 2-gated in game 1. What's the likelihood that he's going to 2-gate again? Probably, somewhat low, so he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Listen, man, sometimes you just gotta. It's PvP. This is one way to get a win. You put a 9-9 down. You say, I'm just gonna go for it. That's it. This is what I've decided. Bond's gonna feel comfortable not seeing it in the middle. The problem is he's gonna scout, and in the base that Bonyth is in, where the egg is, you can block that with 1 zealot. So he'll be able to make a double arc with the 2 zealots there if he sees it and realizes what it is, and he's going to as soon as his probe. Like, oh man, you have 8 probes here and no pylon. What could it be?
Yeah, what could it be? And look at this. The assimilator was about to finish, but didn't. And that means it's a cancel. And because he sees the probe count, he knows, hey, I just have to live. And I'm fine. And I don't know about you, Razz, if you remember this game. I remember there was a game on Monopoly last season where there were gates in Bonyth's base. There were zealots completed in his base. and he still held it.
Yeah,
so I don't know how Qiao's going to hold this.
Qiao's in big trouble here. He's just going to put the shield battery down. Like I said, he'll be able to block with the one Zealot in the probe. He'll be fine here. This is a big issue for him.
He might just tap out now that the probe pokes in and sees the battery. We're
baby!
gonna have
Here
battery
we go!
Battery versus battery? Can we see Forge push, maybe?
Where's the Forge? Let's get the Forge. Come on.
I don't think he has enough probes to go for the Forge. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Heal me up. Heal me up. Okay, he's gonna get in with one Zealot, but you need all the Zealots you can muster to get through the front line, so I don't know if this is worth, but it will disrupt the mining.
Yeah, Bonyth is okay with this because he did so much damage to that Zealot. And now the probe is not there to build anything. And you have it blocked because you can block with the Zealots in the front. So this is definitely a problem for Qiao.
This probe is stuck now. Yes, he can drill out, but I saw the pylon and I thought, okay, this is going to be battery. But now that the probe's in the main, well, there's no battery, man. And look at that here, heroic Zealot. He's just getting healed up. He's still getting healed up. How much energy does that thing have? Is this SC2 battery?
Oh my goodness. Never-ending heals. Joe's got to be... Oh my goodness, he just taps out. GG. Wow.
I had a feeling that he would just tap out when he sees the battery because what can you do there? He is, again, another perfect counter from Bonyth. The assimilator completing at a moment where he could cancel it. Just amazing play from Bonyth, and I can't fault Qiao for the move. I think Bonyth is too good in mid and late game, so I liked it, but Sylphid, maybe that was not the map for it. Yes, it's 3-player, you know where the opponents are going to be, but Bonyth is going to find you quickly too.
Yeah, difficult spot there. I mean, if it goes on scatter, he scouts you second. Obviously, things are different because he's not reacting. The assimilator finishes. But because Bonyth scouts him right away, he's able to just react perfectly and just hold him. And he did a great job with the battery on the probe and did so much damage. It's just unfortunate for Joe. I really liked his effort, but that's probably going to seal his fate here for BSL.
I think he's one of the few that has the least games played. I think his stats are 1-4, so he's not completely out of it. He could still potentially go 3-4, I guess. But also Zhanhun is down there at 2-4. Zhanhun only has one series left. If he loses there, he'd be the lone man out at 2-5. We are going to be going into a break, and then we will be coming back with our third series of the day. Not sure exactly what it's going to be yet. I imagine a PVZ since we haven't had that. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be back in just a second.